Hello students, in this module we will be doing the workbook question answers of your first poem, The Heart of the Tree. So here regarding this, the first extract is, what does he plant who plants a tree? He plants a friend of sun and sky. He plants the flag of breezes free, the shaft of beauty towering high, he plant a home to heaven and I. Regarding this, question number 1 is, to whom is the poet asking the question in the first line of the extract? Mention any two things according to the extract that man will do by planting trees. Regarding this, the answer you will be writing, the poet is posing a general question to all his readers. Man, by planting trees, provides soothing, cool breeze and a means of aesthetic pleasure to its inhabitants. So here, that are the two uses. Question number 2. Give the meaning of the following lines. He plants a friend to sky and sun and sky. He plants the flag of breezes free. So here you can write it as such. Tree is suggested as a friend of sun and sky because one day it will grow tall and appear to reach the sky. The tree is friend of sun as it is dependent on sunlight to carry photosynthesis. Like a flag, it freely moves in the breeze. Leaves of tree flutter to provide soothing breeze to all of us. That means a hot wind, when it comes to the tree, it cools down and the tree becomes the flag bearer of the cool breeze. Similarly, the sun and sky along with the tree helps in the process of photosynthesis and providing oxygen to all of us. Question number 3. In what way are the trees friends of sun and sky? How can a man plant the flag of breezes free? You will write this. The tree is a friend of the sun as the tree is dependent on sunlight to carry out the process of photosynthesis and make its food. Similarly, the tree is friend of sky because it takes in carbon dioxide from the air and releases oxygen in the air, and thus it purifies the air. Also, the transpiration from tree is responsible for cloud formation in the sky, which leads to the rains. A tree is the flag bearer of breezes free as the leaves of the tree flutter and provide soothing cool breeze. So in a way you can simply write that the second and the third answer are almost identical. They are the similar ones. Next we move on to the next question, that is question number 4. What is meant by the shaft of beauty? Question mark. What is compared to the shaft? Here you will write, it means the beam of beauty. The long narrow stem or trunk of the tree is compared to the shaft as it looks like a beautiful tower and is pleasing to the eyes. Question number 5. What is the impact of beginning the poem with a question? What is the figure of speech used here? So in this you will write, the poem begins with hypophora or even called as antipophora, which is basically posing a question to the readers so that they start thinking about that particular thought, and then the poet himself answers the question. The figure of speech is hypophora or antipophora, and it is, the impact is, the people gets an idea to ponder about or to think before they are given any answers by the poet or the writer himself. Next we move on to the second extract, and that is, for song and mother croon of bird in hushed and happy twilight heard, the treble of heaven's harmony, these things he plants who plants a tree. Regarding this, question number 1. What is known as mother croon of bird? Why is the song sung in a hushed voice? Here you will write, the soft song that mother bird is singing for her young ones is called as the mother croon. The song is sung in a hushed voice to provide a peaceful and soothing atmosphere to the young ones. Question number 2 after this is, what is twilight. Why is it a happy twilight? Here you will write, twilight is the faint light at the end of the day after the sun has gone down. It is happy twilight because a mother bird is seen singing to her young ones in a soft and gentle voice. Entire scene reflects the happiness and love of this particular scenario. Next we have question number 3. What is meant by, A part is given treble, B point is heaven's harmony. What role does the treble play in heaven's harmony? Here you will write the answer. Treble is the high tone in the music, whereas B point is heaven's harmony, and that is the way in which different musical notes are played or sung together and combined to make a pleasant harmonious sound. The treble is the bird's high-pitched tone adds to the pleasant harmony of the universe. Question number 4 after this. In this lesson, under the heading Style, the meaning of metonymy is given. Give 2 examples of metonymy from the extract. How is it used in the context? Here you will write metonymy is basically the idea in which a word is used to in place of something which is very closely related to it or similar to it. Here we can say the example is a friend of sun and sky, and along with that tender rain, cool shade. All these are the various things which tells about the metonymy. Here you can even write happy twilight hand, the treble of heaven's harmony. All these are various examples of this. Here you can even write it in this. In this extract, it refers to the association of the birds with the trees. Birds make their nest where the mother bird happily sings to her young ones, making twilight happy, and bird's treble thus adds to the harmony in the universe. So these are all the things that you can mention over here. Next we move on to the next paragraph. Sorry. Now we move on to the 5th question. It is give 4 functions which a tree performs on this earth. You will write as first point. In points you can write first point, tree cools the atmosphere and causes gentle rain. Second, tree takes in carbon dioxide and gives out oxygen for human beings to inhale. Third point you will write, tree bear flowers and fruits. Fourth point, trees are the main source of medicine from the various parts of the tree, and even they are an important source of wood which is used in different ways in the world or in the economy. Next we move on to the next particular question, that is question number 3, that is extract 3. It is he plants cool shade and tender rain and seed and bud of days to be and years that fade and flush again. He plants the forest's heritage, the harvest of a coming age, the joy that unborn eyes shall see. Under this, question number 1. Enumerate any 3 benefits of planting trees as suggested by the poet in the extract. What do the plants do to provide cool shade? For this you will write the answer. First answer, A point, provide cool shade. B point, cause tender rain. And C point, bear seeds and buds for the future progeny which help in the growth of dense forest. The canopy of the branches of the trees provide cool shade in the hot sun. Question number 2. The water evaporates, condenses and falls as rain. What role do the trees play in the process of producing a rain? So answer number 2 is plants release water vapors into the air in a process called transpiration. The water vapor then rises in the atmosphere and forms new rain clouds, and that water vapor turns to earth in the form of the rain. So this is your answer number 2. With this we move on to question number 3. It is how do the last 2 lines of the extract explain the process of regeneration? How does the man plant the forests heritage. This you will have to write very carefully. It is, the trees bear seeds and buds for future generation. With each passing year, the trees grow and one day they die and are replaced by new trees. The trees then flush again as the harvest of a coming age. Thus, from a tree planted by a man, entire forest grows for his future generations. The man who plants a tree passes over an entire forest to the coming up generation. So, next is question number 4. How do the trees provide for the harvest of the following years? It is very much the same answer, similar answer. You can write it in your own words. It is one tree, it blooms and then it fades the flowers, and gradually during the years it grows into a mighty tree and may die later onwards. But its seeds and fruits carry on in different places. They grow into different trees. As a result, one tree can be the generator of the entire forest, and it can lead to an entire forest for the coming up generation. Next we see question number 5. What does the expression unborn eyes indicate? What will they see that would bring joy to them? So for this you will write answer number 5. The expression unborn eyes indicate the future generation which is yet to be born. Those who are still not born, they are about yet to born. The unborn eyes shall see the entire forest that is left for them as a heritage by this generation, or you can say by the previous generation. They will rejoice as they will reap all the benefits of the trees that have been planted by their predecessors. Next we move on to question number 4, the fourth extract that I'll read out for you. Fourth extract is, he plants in sap and leaf and wood, in love of home and loyalty, and far cast thought of civic good. His blessings on the neighborhood, who in the hollow of his hand holds all the growth of all our land. A nation's growth from sea to sea stirs in his heart, who plants a tree. So regarding this, question number 1 we will see. It is, question number 1 says, the poet says he plants in sap and leaf and wood. Which figure of speech is used here? Explain its usage with two other examples from the poem. So here the answer is question number 4. The answer you will write, metonymy is the figure of speech used over here, and sap, leaf, wood, they all stand for a tree. The other examples of metonymy that is used over here are the forest heritage and a flag of breezes free. Now we move on to question number 2. What is meant by far cast thought of civic good? In what way is the planter's work a blessing? State for whom is it a blessing? So you will write the answer for this as, the man who plants a tree foresees the well-being of the city and its citizens in his act of planting trees. The planter's work helps human beings to get food from plants, sap and leaves, besides wood for their use. It is a blessing on the entire neighborhood of the man who plants a tree. Next we move on to question number 3, that is, give the meaning of the following lines. Who in the hollow of his hand holds all the growth of all our land? So regarding this, your answer will be, the man who plants a tree holds all the growth of our land by providing the economic, commercial and aesthetic benefits of the tree for mankind. Next we move on to question number 4. Question number 4 is, in what ways a nation's growth depends on planting trees? So here it is, a nation's growth depends on planting trees, as the land without trees would become barren. The growth of land depends on its environment, its citizens' well-being and its import commercial relations with other countries. All these benefits are possible only with plantation of trees. Next we move on to the last question, question number 5. Comment on the appropriateness of the title by giving two examples from the poem Heart of the Tree. So we can write the appropriateness of the title of the poem is, it is very apt and suggestive because the poem talks about the heart of the tree, which is full of kindness, love, and giving, you can say, giving love to all the people without any discrimination, without any distinction. It gives all its benefits to those who are its, who come to in its inhabitation, or who comes near it, who are under its shelter. It does not hinder anyone from its shelter, even the one who grows it or the any person who comes near it. It provides flowers and fruits to everyone and anyone who comes under it, and therefore Heart of the Tree is full of love and kindness as shown over here. It becomes a heritage, forest heritage, to future generations who are not yet born, and it is a blessing for all those who are around it. So with this we come to the end of the question answers of poem 1. So by this particular module, we can say we have completed all the question answers, workbook question answers, as well as explanation of all the poems that we have in the board syllabus right now. So in a way we have done the revision of the poems. Now in the next module we will be starting with the revision of the stories, and we will try to cover the workbook question answers also along with that. So with this we come to the end of the module. You please keep your work up to date so that whenever we get time and we get opportunity, we will be doing the corrections of all the workbooks as well as the revision of the poem, whatever work we have done, and then we will see the stories and Shakespeare's as well in accordance. With this we come to the end of the module. Thank you. Have a great day.